never thought about it before, you know? It's just not something you spend time thinking about.
We never really thought it would happen to any of us anyway.
I mean, really, how could you expect anything like that to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were invincible.
I was nervous when I went for the test. All the possibilities zoomed through my head and I didn't know what to expect. My friends told me how their tests went, but you know, even when someone tells you something, you never really believe them. You just have to find out for yourself or you'll never really know. So my mom and I get into the car and I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is the moment I've been waiting for since forever. So we wait a million hours in line and then finally it's my turn.
Yeah, I was jealous, but seriously, who wouldn't be? Most of us weren't even 16 yet. Lory's always been the most mature of us, though what sucked for me was that I'm the youngest. So it doesn't matter how mature I am, I'm always going to be the last one to come of age. But Lory's always got the answers.
Do you know how there's that law that's like you can't drive other people for 6 months or something? Well, screw that. A week after I got my license, I took my best friend Sara out for a joyride. Sarah's been my best friend since forever. I could trust her with my life. So we go over this joyride, right? It was insane. Music blasting, windows down, flying down the highway, free as free can be.
That's what it was for us too. Freedom. Lory was our freedom. Lory was our way out.
I guess you could say I'm a party guy. I like to have a good time, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if there's some alcohol available, you can pretty much guarantee I'll be there.
Just gotta let loose sometimes.
Can't hide in a hole forever.
Well, Joey wasn't. He was real into learning, you know? Loved going to school. I told him he needed to loosen up. SATs aren't everything, man. You gotta live life for real. School isn't forever.
Joey's a great guy.
Great. For helping with homework.
He started to lighten up, too. Started going to parties, getting girls. But I didn't know his grades were slipping. I didn't pay attention to my grades, so why should I care about his? But by March, he had a 3.8, but when May came around, he was down to a 2.4. I didn't realize that I had...
But you know, it wasn't completely our fault. I mean, they chose to come with us. They didn't have to come. We didn't have to be friends. And I mean, like, Betty wanted to hang out with us all the time. She wanted to be us. It's not our fault.
It's not like we meant for it to happen. We were kids, sophomores, wise fools. We thought we were doing good things. You know, be nice to the nerdy kids. Betty and Joey weren't exactly cool before us. Before us, they stayed home every Saturday night and played chess.
Before she started hanging out with us, Betty, well, she was pretty much a plain Jane. Once we were finished with her, she was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Geek to chic, seriously.
Lory's my best friend. There's no way around that. But Betty, she turned out to be something. We brought her to a bunch of little parties in March and April, but in May there was prom. Even though we were sophomores, we knew we could have juniors for dates. I mean, please, both Lory and I had gone as freshmen. Plus, now Betty was a hottie, and we become a trio. So we got ourselves a trio of hot dates.
This junior soccer girl wanted to take me to prom, but I told her I wouldn't go with her unless she got her hot friend to take Joey. Now, Joey's been eyeing this chick for about a month now, and even though he was partying with us, he still didn't have any balls. It worked. She hooked them up. I knew at this little hotel we could crash it after. Called up Sara, told her the deal. She was psyched. She told me she'd get her girls in. I was thinking maybe Joey'd get lucky. You know, he hadn't yet. Still was.
I really was psyched. I told Lory and Betty, and obviously they were in. We even got our dates to pay for the rooms, because, you know, if they want to get something, they have to put out too. Betty was nervous about it, but we told her she'd love it, not to worry. Eventually she got used to the idea. I mean, she knew her date would expect it. Who wouldn't?
We were all excited.
We all looked gorgeous that night. Gorgeous.
I thought I was definitely getting some ass, man. Definitely. definitely getting some ass.
The punch was spiked at prom, obviously, so we were all a little tipsy. By the time we were ready to go to the hotel, I knew I was getting really giggly.
I went up to Kate, my date, and told her it was time to go. But she got this funny look on her face. Polly, I don't want it, Polly. I'm tired. I was getting pissed. But I was feeling good and buzzed, so I figured I could get some somewhere else, you know? So I ditched her.
I always drove. Designated driver. I was always careful. I never had more than 4 or 5 drinks. I had my license the longest. I was the most experienced.
Dean, Nate, and Carl were gonna meet us at the hotel. Carl's sister Hannah was Joey's date, so they were all gonna meet us.
So, it's me and Lory in the front.
Joey's in between me and Betty. We were giggling up a storm back there.
It was raining. I've always hated driving in the rain.
I turned up the radio to drown out the sound of the rain. We were having a freaking great time.
Lory, go faster! What if the boys and Hannah are there already?
Come on, Lory, it's just a little rain.
You gotta live free, right? Live free. Right? Right?
I kept whispering silly things across Joey's lap to Betty, wanted to get her worked up for her date. She was still nervous even though she was buzzed.
Joey wasn't sure he wanted to go through with it. He tells me, Hannah's a nice girl. Yeah, Hannah's real nice.
It was raining really hard.
There's this one road that's really dark at night. There's no streetlights or anything, and there's woods around it.
But Lory driven it 1,000,000 times before.
I was the most experienced one out of all of us.
We trusted her.
No problem. Lory's always got our back.
I started making plans with Betty for the rest of the weekend. Go to the mall, pick out something cute for her to show Nate. She caught Nate hook, line, and sinker.
Big baseball game coming out next week. Coach gave us the weekend off because of prom, but he expected all of us to be ready on Monday.
I got a paper in civics due on Monday, but seriously, who's going to do a paper on prom weekend? Seriously? Nobody.
Civics is dumb anyway. Who really cares about the government or whatever civics is supposed to be about?
Rihanna came on the radio, and we just had to sing, I love Rihanna. It's getting late. I'm making my way over to my favorite place.
Before I knew it, the car was spinning out of control.
Moving, shake the stress away.
I slammed on the brakes, but nothing happened.
Nobody when you came my way.
Kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Crash!
I was freaking. I didn't know what happened, but I was okay.
The airbag blew up in my face.
Sarah, are you okay? Sarah.
Me, Joey.
Sarah.
I was woozy and my head hurt, but I could move. I turned to my left and
Betty.
Joey.
I could see the tree, but I couldn't see Betty. There was this big mass next to me, but it didn't look like Joey.
Call 911, I can't move.
I couldn't see Betty, and it didn't look like Joey, but I could see the tree.
Hello, I need your help. Come help us.
I could see the tree.
Sarah.
I couldn't see Betty.
Betty, are you okay? Sarah, is Betty passed out?
It didn't look like Joey.
I don't know where we are. Just please, come help us.
I could see the tree.
My leg hurts.
I don't fucking know.
My leg really hurts.
The tree, I could see the tree.
I never thought about it before, you know? It's just not something you spend time thinking about.
We never really thought it would happen to any of us anyway.
I mean, really, how could you expect anything like that to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were invincible.